Hello everyone, my name's Kim and I'm a sepsis survivor, and I've come on today to talk to you and tell you about my story. My story of surviving sepsis is not unusual. It happens to a lot of people. 11 million people die from sepsis every single year. And I now advocate and tell other people what to look out for and how to survive sepsis if you possibly can. And how to survive sepsis is by knowing the symptoms. And I am going to put something at the end of this video that will show you the symptoms, and I will explain what to do. So I was on holiday in Spain in 2017 in the November. I went to the hospital about the 27th of November because I'd got severe breathlessness that I put down to my asthma. I'd got slurred speech and confusion, but I didn't know I had confusion at the time. I do now. The slurred speech I put down to a medication that I used to take because that used to cause that. But I should have known it wouldn't happen during the day. It only happened at night when I took the medication. So that's the confusion. I had really, really cold hands and feet and I couldn't get them warm. I had a hot water bottle under my feet and I couldn't get them warm. I had thick jumpers on. I had blankets round me. The central heating was on. The log burner was on. And I'm sitting there shivering, uncontrolled shivering. I didn't pass any urine that day, but I hadn't really noticed. I hadn't got a clue what sepsis was. I'd never heard of it. I'd heard of septicemia, and I always thought there weren't symptoms for that, and it was one of those silent killers. They've changed the name. It's now called sepsis, and we do know the symptoms. I will put the symptoms at the end of the video. Please screenshot it, keep it safe, and refer to it if ever you're feeling unusually unwell. If you've got an infection and you think, gosh, that woman said severe breathlessness and I'm breathless, or vomiting and diarrhea are one, higher or lower temperature, higher or lower than normal is a sign. So anything like that, please check this list that I put at the end. And please get yourselves to hospital extremely fast because you need fast treatment. I went to the Spanish hospital. I told them, dolor aquí, and pointed to here, my kidney area in my back. I thought I've got a UTI and it's gone to my kidneys. And so I just said dolor aquí. I didn't know the word for urine or kidney, so I didn't say infection. An infection is very similar in Spanish to English. It's infección. So maybe if I'd have said infection, they might have understood. I don't know. They didn't speak much English in that hospital. It was a predominantly Spanish. It was up in a Spanish village. So it was mainly Spanish that they spoke. There wasn't really many people that spoke English in that hospital. My husband had terrible problems trying to find out what was going on with me, and he had to pay for an interpreter to come in to interpret for him. But I'd been to the hospital and they x-rayed my back and sent me away saying nothing's broken. They never done any further tests. They didn't test my temperature or my blood pressure or anything. I was just sent away. The following day, I went to the local doctors in town, and I knew that you couldn't get the Translate app to work in the doctors in town. Internet wouldn't work much in town. It was too built up, I think. So I'd at home sat, I don't remember doing it, but I'd sat and I'd gone on my Translate app and I'd screenshot, I think I have a urine infection. And he tested my urine apparently. And I say apparently because I don't remember it. And he said I had an infection, and he gave us a prescription for antibiotics. He then, no, he didn't. Sorry, I was going to say he'd done something else. He didn't. We went to the chemist to get the prescription. My husband went in and they said to him, come back tomorrow. We don't have any in stock. He then took me home. I went to bed and I woke up at 4 a.m. and I said to him, I'm dying. I need to go to hospital. He took me to hospital. I was almost immediately put into an induced coma. I spent 9 weeks in a coma, 6 of those in the Spanish hospital, before my travel insurance finally agreed to fly me home. They told my daughter the last time she phoned them They couldn't foresee why I couldn't walk on a commercial airline. I laugh because I was wired up to all kinds of machinery. I was on dialysis. I had life support machines and trachea and everything else. How the hell they thought I was unconscious. My hands were like that. They were scrunched up like that and black up my arms. My legs, they were dead too. They were black. There is no way I could have walked even if I wasn't on life support machine. I couldn't have walked. So, yeah, good luck with that one. Anyway, she had a go at them and they finally agreed to send an air ambulance to bring me home. The doctor that came was from Germany and he came into the room to me and then he came back outside to my husband and he said, I don't know how they work here, but if I don't get her out of here today, she's going to be dead. He said, it's risky taking her up in the air, but I will take her life into my hands and I will try and deliver her safely back to your local hospital, which is Milton Keynes Hospital. They saved my life. Milton Keynes Hospital saved my life. I was in a coma there for 3 weeks, but when they received me, they'd been told I had black digits, narcotic digits. Narcotic is black. If you don't know what necrosis is, it's where the limbs start to die and they go black. And they unwrapped me and they were shocked at the state of me. I had a grade 4 pressure sore on the back of my head, a grade 4 pressure sore on my bottom. My hands were totally black. My arms were going black up the arms. It was more patchy on the arms. My legs were black. They had to amputate above the knee. Luckily, the doctor at Bedford that amputated on my hands actually left as much of my arm as he could because he was trying to talk me into then having a hand transplant. And I was like, no. So on the 9th of February 2018, I went to theatre to have one limb amputated. They were going to do my leg. I don't know which one, but they were going to do a leg. And they then phoned my daughter because she was there with me and said, excuse the dog barking. They said, everything's going really, really well. Can we amputate all the other leg? So she said yes. They ended up amputating all 4 limbs, which was absolutely brilliant. And you've probably seen me waving a hand around. I had a hand transplant last year. I waited 4 years for a match. I had 18 calls in that time and I waited almost 4 years. And now I have this amazing hand. I recently wrote a letter to my donor family. And yesterday I had a wonderful letter from the mother of the girl whose hand I have got. And she would like to meet me. And I'm going to be meeting her. And I just would like to say, if you already follow me, thank you so much. It's great to have you along on my journey. If you are new to seeing this video and you like what you're hearing, please like, subscribe, comment. It would be absolutely amazing to have you along on my journey. And if you subscribe, make sure you click all the notifications on so you're made aware of when I release a video. I'm currently releasing a video every Thursday, late afternoon, early evening, on my prosthetic journey I'm getting a prosthetic arm for my right. I'm hoping that I did have a double hand transplant, and sadly the right clotted while I was very poorly after surgery, and it clotted and lost blood flow, so they had to re-amputate. So I'm the only female in this country that's had 6 limbs and 5 amputated. I should be in the Guinness Book of Records really, but there you are. So I had this incredible hand transplant last year, and the donor's mother has written back to me, and we are going to meet. So you can follow all that journey, the prosthetic arm journey, the hand, how it's improving. There's so much more content coming. You will see me back on my prosthetic legs again. And, life is good. It's really good. Raising awareness of sepsis is what saved my life. It really did, because I struggled big time. When I first came out of hospital, I put on an awful lot of weight. I lost that. I lost 5.5 stone because I just allowed myself to eat and eat and eat with depression. But starting to raise awareness of sepsis is what then got me back into a good mindset. You know, you need a mindset that's really positive. And I do have a positive mindset, and I do have a lot of energy for doing it. You know, I just want to save lives. I get letters, I get thank you cards, I get flowers and gifts because I've saved someone's life. I've had lots of followers, mainly from my TikTok, sending me gifts recently because I've got in my wish list, my Amazon wish list, I've got some things that I need. Like at the moment, one's just sent me an electric can opener, which is absolutely brilliant. I just need a jar opener now. And they're all in my wish list, and people obviously look and they want to buy, which is absolutely amazing. And I don't expect anything. And it's just so lovely when something turns up and you're not expecting it and you think, wow. I had a box with 4 boxes of fruit teas in, the Twinings fruit teas, which I absolutely love, and a box of Walker's shortbreads the other week from one lady, and then she bought the can opener. It was the same lady that brought the can opener, and another lady sent me £100 voucher for going to eat out, which was so lovely. I mean, you know, these gifts are a lot of money, and I'm so grateful. And I just can't believe that people want to send me such nice presents, because money's tight for everybody. And there I am, this crazy lady's about to go and do a zip wire for a charity. Honestly, this charity are incredible. And again, the link is in my link tree and it's in the description. And you can find the link for the Amazon wish list, for the Inspiration Awards, because I'm going to be asking you to vote for me soon because I've been nominated for an Inspiration Award. There's a list in there. There's also the Just Giving page for the charity that I'm doing this zip wire for, if you'd like to donate towards that. So anything you want to do, you know, it's there. And if you have any questions about my journey, about the hand transplant, about the prosthetic limb, about my prosthetic legs, about sepsis, ask in the comments. Please like, comment and subscribe. It would be absolutely amazing to have you along with my journey. And thank you to those that are already following me. I would absolutely love to get more followers and raise more awareness of sepsis. And by you liking, commenting, sharing, if you share, even if you share some shorts on your socials, it raises awareness. It really does. And it so helps save lives. So please get sharing information on sepsis, because sepsis awareness saves lives. Don't think it's not going to be you, because we're all guilty of thinking, oh, it won't be me. That won't happen to me. I'm fit and healthy. I was fit and healthy when it happened to me. It was just a UTI. It's not just a UTI. UTIs are extremely serious. They're one of the biggest causes of sepsis. So please learn these symptoms. Warn your friends and family that an infection can develop into sepsis really fast, and it can kill. And if you start to feel really unwell, you need to get to hospital as fast as possible. I hope I haven't bored you too much. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Please comment, because it would be lovely to know what you think about my journey. Please subscribe. It would be incredible to have you along to follow what's going on in the future, because it's not just sepsis awareness. There's a lot going on with this hand transplant and the prosthetic limbs. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care, and you will see my next video on Thursday about my bionic arm. Take care.